Christmas is almost here, and if you're hosting, your sofa is going to be front and center. Today, I'm showing you how to quickly cover an existing sofa pillow using Christmas fabric and a green satin table runner, making this the perfect last-minute holiday update. So let's get started. Okay, so for your first step, you want to start by measuring your existing pillow on your couch and measure the width and the height, then add another inch for your seam allowance. And then from there, we're going to start to cut out our other pieces. So the next thing we'll do is measure out our main panel of the front, our backing piece. And so if all that you want to do is just to cover it, you can just cut out your fabric 22. Well, if your existing pillow is 22 inches, then all you need to do is cut out a panel of 23 inches for the front. And it could be any fabric that you want. But for me, mine measures out 22 inches. I'm going to cut out just a main white background fabric, and it's 13 inches square. And then I'm going to add sashes around each of the sides. And my sashes are 22 by 4.5 inches. So, but I did that so that I can embellish the front of my main panel. And you can use a low volume background if you want, or any Christmas fabric that you want. I'm going to use the white because I'm going to add to it a Christmas tree that I made like this. And all I did was took strips of leftover fabric and I sewed them together, and then I cut out a triangle in the shape of a tree, and then I added this little piece at the bottom for my trunk, and I just glued that with a glue stick. And now I'm going to use my glue stick and I'm going to center this tree on the main panel and glue it down. And then I will take it to my machine and I'm going to sew a blanket stitch around the whole thing to hold it in place. So I'm just taking my glue stick and adding glue to the back of my tree. And then I'm going to press it down. And then I will go this way and add some more glue. Now for this tree, I've used a piece of ribbon, or a couple pieces of red ribbon, because it was velvet and I like the look of it. So now I'll just take it, make sure I lay it flat and press it down. And add glue to my trunk. Make sure my corners are done. And that way when I go around it with the thread, it's going to stay in place. Okay, I'm going to sew this up. Okay, so I sewed a blanket stitch all the way around my tree. And I've got the top part of my sash ready to go. I sewed the side sashes, and all we have to do is cut off this excess of the side sash even with the bottom, and then we will do the same thing I've done to the top and put on the top and the bottom sash. And you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam across, and that'll give us the top of our pillow. Okay, so now we have our top done. We can start to add the backing of our pillow. And I'm using a satin table runner. And I just cut it to the same size. And my runner is like 12 inches wide. So you're going to place it right sides together. And then you'll do the same with the other piece. And it's going to overlap a little bit, and that's good. You want it to overlap. And then you can pin it all the way around or use some clips, and I'm going to sew it all the way around, and then we'll turn it inside out by just opening up the envelope here and then turning it right side out. And just like that, we have a Christmas pillow cover that completely changes the look of your sofa. And for another great idea, you can tie the table runners around a pillow as well and make a bow, like I did here with my navy blue pillows. So if this has helped you, please like and subscribe and share it. And don't forget to check out my channel for more DIYs. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one.